Alrighty, I think we are officially live for podcast episode number 3 on the Ogi Optics podcast. I hope everyone is having just an absolutely amazing day today. It is quite the gloomy week here in Chicago, but you can't forget that it's what you make of it. Don't let the weather take over you, that's for sure. But today's podcast is going to be talking about just my experience so far within the business. I mean, I've joined the real estate, small business media type of industry type business since last year, and now late last year, actually. So September of last year, and here we are today, and a lot has changed, that's for sure. And I feel like there's stuff to debrief about, lessons of what I've learned, um, and just, you know, things to debrief about. And if there's anyone else out there that is, whether you're thinking of starting your own business or even something similar within what I'm doing, there's definitely things to learn. There's definitely things to take away. And that's just kind of what I want to talk about today because I feel like the story and the journey so far are definitely interesting. So, like I said, I'm actually going to pivot here 1 second because I also want to talk about the previous 2 episodes because, as I mentioned, this is the third episode of the Ogi Optics podcast, and the last 2 episodes cover. Well, the first one's the introduction, just kind of the history behind the company, how it started, and everything. And then the last one was actually AI tools that small business owners can use and what real estate agents can use as well. So those are the first 2 episodes. And this third one is just, like I said, experience. So let's get into it. Late last year, September, October, I officially started Ogi Optics. And as you may know, I've always had a passion for business, marketing, media creation, and just combine them all together. And that's how I came up with Ogi Optics. And so from there, I I have never shot a house, but I did before I actually had my first actual shoot. I started off by I already had the camera. I actually use AI to my advantage, and this is what I mean. When I got my camera, I also got it's this little camera gadget called the Arsenal, and basically it's like an AI computer for your camera. It is pretty cool. Is it developed and there yet? No. But I kept it because obviously within real estate media, you need to step out of the room because you're working with tight spaces. So I kept it because it serves me of good purpose. So I kept it and I tried the auto bracketing feature on it where it takes the 5 shots, but then at the end it, already, because in real estate photography, you take 3, 5, 7. I've heard different things. I do 5 where it just takes the brackets and already puts them together. If I'm not going to lie, that feature absolutely sucks. So I figured I'm just going to use it as a mobile remote where I can use it on my app that you see on my videos, and then I'll use it from there. So I first shot my parents' house. I first shot my girlfriend's parents' house and my girlfriend's school apartment. And I got a little bit of experience. And from there, I was still editing on Lightroom, where I would manually combine everything all together and then obviously make specific edits from there. But then I stumbled across Auto HDR because I wanted a booking platform where it's like all in one invoicing, booking, all in one. You think it, you imagine it. And I found Spiro, and from Spiro, I actually found out that there's a AI editing real estate company called Auto HDR. And from there, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And it's developed to the point where some even say that like it's better than human editors, than maybe not all, but definitely some. And I would say that it was better than my editing. And plus, it's like I think 40 something seconds per video. I mean, per photo. I would definitely, if you're getting into real estate photography, I've heard people that love it, and I've heard people that absolutely hate it. But I would definitely check it out. So, and that just like brought my photos to a whole nother light, because I'm not gonna lie, like my editing in Lightroom wasn't anything crazy, but I found Auto HDR and it brought my photos to a whole nother level. So then from there, I did my practice and I kind of started to figure things out. And then I had my first shoot book after I announced my business. Then from there, it was like a condo, and it wasn't anything special, but I was grateful for it because at the time I was running 50% off, and then from there I still made some money on it, and it wasn't just a free shoot. And so from there I went in, I took video, I took photo, and a few different things. And so from there, the photos came out really good. The videos, on the other hand, because I leaned heavily into social media video for real estate, but my videos weren't there yet. And so, and then plus there wasn't an agent on site, it was just a homeowner. So it was just like two videos with just like, one kind of walkthrough, and two just like trying to be a cinematic video. But as I said, I didn't really know what I was doing fully yet with video. I did with photo, but not with video. So I definitely learned a lot, and I still edited that video myself. Then from there, I moved on to a second property, which was a two-story house. And from there, the video was definitely better, but it also wasn't there yet. And then I realized the power of outsourcing your editing. And within the business world, you are definitely aware of do what you do best and outsource the rest. And that's exactly what I did, was that like I do what I do best, whether that's social media or just networking, talking with people, or actually capturing the video and the photo. But for one, video is not video editing is definitely not my strongest point, and photo editing too is not my strongest point either. But when it the nice thing about the business world is that you can outsource anything that you are not a professional at. Now I had the decision between deciding, do I want to, obviously take the time, learn, and build that skill? Yes, that's always an opportunity. But at the same time, you can just outsource it, so then you can just scale your business faster while also already building yourself that process of, you're not attached to the business. You can come home, upload to the editors, and then you can just, you know, do your thing, which in my case, it's school because I also still go to school. So it's all about adapting and creating those processes in order to set yourself up for success, um, to where you don't have to worry so much about these various different things. So after I shot my first two properties, that's where I started hitting a little bit of a roadblock, I would say. I had less like, content to post on my social media, so I took matters into my own hands, and I got a green screen for my room because it was winter in Chicago. It's not like any of the space was vibrant enough to, film outside. Plus, you get a green screen, you set up good lighting in your own room, you can just bang out a bunch of videos at once, edit them, and they were value driven videos. Like, I generally had purpose behind the videos that I did, in order to bring value to someone. And so, one thing I definitely say is that in the business world, it's never or, it's always and. And here's what I mean by that. Everyone is just wants to be on one platform, maybe just this platform and that platform. And then everyone's asking, what's the next move? What platform should I be on? What can I be doing? The answer is everything. If you are doing everything that you possibly can handle for yourself and you're not seeing results eventually, you're doing something wrong. Because I think most of the time when you are putting your full foot forward, where you're having late nights, where you're doing everything you possibly can under the sun in order to make one thing happen for yourself, then you're doing it. But if the question is or, like, oh, I'm not gonna post on that because you don't really think of like this specific product when you go to there, that's the exact point. Not everyone is posting their specific product or service there, so why shouldn't you? The question is, why shouldn't you? Maximize every little detail. If you think about it, if you post on every single platform and you get one lead from each platform, it was worth it. Because realistically, all it takes is one person. One person that either knows people or they can put your business on the map. And I wouldn't say luckily for me, because some people might say that it's luck that I was able to get in contact and get found by this one great group of real estate people, realtors per se. And I don't think it was by luck. I think it was deserved. And here's why. Um, if I didn't post on TikTok, then they would not have found me. The reasoning is that I posted on TikTok, so they found me. I post on every social media platform you can imagine under the sun. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Snapchat. Maybe even more. And then the Spotify and all the podcast platforms. And the podcast platforms are actually nice because all you have to do is create one main account and then it'll just publish it everywhere. So every platform under the sun, I'm on it. Ogi Optics is on it because I don't care if I don't get any leads from it at all, or, you know, if I don't get any leads at all, that's fine. But getting one lead from it makes it all worth it at the end of the day, because getting one lead from it is sometimes all you need. And, when you post on those platforms, you're not going to always get the most amount of views in the world. Even my current social media videos right now, on average, like, they've been doing better because I've been trying to focus on my content being a lot more engaging. But if you're not focusing, like, if you're not focusing on trying to, like, that's another segment too, like creating more engaging videos. But even if you're not creating engaging videos and you're just posting on every platform, it still increases your chances, because maybe the one person finds it engaging or has a question and wants to get in contact with you. Now, here's another thing to talk about when it comes to social media marketing. Everyone is scared, insecure, they're worried. And I think that's your first barrier when it comes to posting on social media, because, like, you just have to not give, like, you can't care of what other people think. Like, that's your first step before you even take the camera and hit record. You need to, like, not care what other people think. And a lot of people are too scared to do social media because they're afraid of getting out there. When realistically, it's not that deep. And who cares if you make a mistake? Who cares if you make a fool of yourself? Because realistically, that is probably not even going to happen. You're worried about Joe Schmo making a comment about your video because he thinks like it was funny, or like he's making fun of you because you're not getting views. Who cares? The question you want to ask yourself is, are they doing, like, the person making fun of you, are they in front of the camera? Are they in front of the camera also trying to make an effort to make it in this world with their business? That is the ultimate question, because everyone does a lot of talking, but not a lot of action. And that's where our society got so judgmental. I mean, so judgmental that everyone is so worried about what others are going to think of you, when realistically, you just have to look after what you think of yourself and go from there. It's as simple as that. And if you think about it this way, if you're going to if you're going to let the thought of someone else hold you back from your dreams and your passion and from the ultimate opportunity of pursuing a dream of a lifetime, then you're the one that failed, not them. Because you let your brain let their thoughts take over your brain because you got scared and you didn't do it. When realistically, it could have been something absolutely amazing. So, when I say it, I truly mean you literally can't give a shit about what anyone thinks of you, because the only person that's going to hold back is you. And realistically, the only person talking and opening up their mouth, they're the ones actually going through something, not you. Let that sink in. If you have someone that posts a negative comment on your page, they're the ones going through something and they have the audacity in order to post a negative comment on your page. And you know the way to conquer that? You kill them with kindness. If someone says, "Oh dude, what kind of camera are you using?" Like, that's not a camera. I know I don't have the best camera in the world, but you know what? It makes me money. It does the job, and that's it. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you want. Like, it makes me business. Like, if clients weren't taking me because of the camera that I use, then maybe that's a situation to reevaluate. But I'm literally posting a video of a POV of me at a client, like, working with my camera, and I'm there with the client. Yet you're gonna come in here and post a comment of like, dude, that camera is ass. Does it look like I care? I don't. Like, everyone's so negative and so judgmental, but the only way you can get past that is not like, don't dig into it, bro. Like, seriously. It's you against yourself, not anyone else. It's you against yourself. It's this mind game of you against yourself. You have to love yourself, like yourself, and put yourself out there. Is it scary at first? Of course it is. Are you going to get no views at first? Of course. Dude, I'm doing this podcast and I have my iPad and my girlfriend on here right now in order to try to at least boost something into the algorithm. But I literally don't care that I don't get views. I'm doing this for me, to bring value to my community, because, like, obviously the reason I'm doing this because I want to answer any live questions. I want to post this as a podcast right after, and then I'm going to make little clips out of this. This brings value to me and to my community. I'm not doing this for the guy that's judging me for getting no views. I'm doing this for me and to potentially get future clients. It's as simple as that. So now we've made it all the way to this point. Where is Ogi Optics standing now? Well, let me tell you. First, I want to shout out Trinity Smith, because my first ever introduction video, she made the comment of, and I forgot to share which areas I worked in. It was a random video on the side of the road in a like random parking lot. It had nature behind it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it here. And that's the authenticity behind it too. I made a video presenting myself saying, hey, my name is Joshua Ogiba. I go to school. This is what I'm studying. This is why I'm doing this. And this is my business, Ogi Optics. Trinity commented on my video saying, make sure to share which areas you work in. And that hit me because on my pages, I had nowhere saying that I work in the Chicagoland area. Nowhere in the video did I say I'm from Chicago. So thank you, Trinity, because I changed that right away. But here's the interesting thing. Go October, September, November. Trinity reaches out to me before the new year, before I head to a family vacation to Florida with my family. And then she wanted to try me out for a photo shoot, and I couldn't because I was leaving out of town. But the interesting part is that we kept in contact, and I came back and I said, you know, you may not have a listing right now, but maybe how about let's try out some realtor branding videos? Because one, I keep on emphasizing to my community through my social media about realtor branding and how important it is to post on social media other than your listing if you want to build your brand as a realtor. And I needed something under my plate to show myself for it. And so I reached out to Trinity saying, hey, you want to do this? And we did it. Okay. Then from there, not too far after, Trinity's boss is reaching out to me, Jeff Podesky, Trinity's part of the JP group, Jeff Podesky, JP group. And he is interested for me to come in and for the first of the month and shoot 10 videos. We're trying out this live podcasting thing too. And because he really likes my videos. And then he tried me out for a property video as well with him in it. And he loved the videos. So after that, and it was already a huge achievement for me to get this locked down. For the first of the month, come and shoot 10 around 10 videos. Like, that was huge for me in the first place. I came and I did that. Thank you, Marissa, greatly for the rose. I greatly appreciate it. I came in, we shot, loved the videos as well. And then from there, the JP group got presented great opportunities. And they loved my videos, and they presented the offer to me in order to be their full-time media guy. Ogi Optics, the official media partner of the JP group. Now, why is this so huge? Well, they're part of a big fund they're part of a big fund of the city of Chicago, and they also became the official real estate group of the Chicago Fire. Now, that brings way much more opportunity for me because they're going to have so much more properties for me to shoot, as well as the branding videos, as well as more opportunity, as well as Jeff wants me to come in as well and do videos for him as well, just like day in the life or special events. Like, that is the opportunity of a lifetime. And when I tell you it was unreal to go VIP seating field side of Soldier Field for the Chicago Fire home opener last Saturday, and then we signed the contract at Soldier Field right there at the booth. And it was a crazy experience because one, it was my first ever contract. Two, I'm the official media partner of a real estate group that is just absolutely booming, and I'm beyond grateful to be a part of it. Now, here's the thing. Some are going to call it luck. Some, like me, are going to say it was deserved. Because leading into what I was saying in the beginning of this podcast, of whether the question is and or, and I say that the answer is always and, never or. If you want to maximize on all opportunities coming your way, the answer is always and. It's never or, because when you say or, you're basically creating an excuse for yourself to say that I only want to do this, not that. If you want to maximize on the potential of your future opportunities, it's always and. So to put it all together for you, from when I started last year to where I am now, I believe that everything that I've done and effort to bring me to where I am today is all because of the efforts that I've made to get me to where I am today. It's as simple as that. And there's way more to it, but instead of making excuses, do the and, not the or, and never forget that it only takes one person that can change your life and put you on the map. And it's as simple as that. Alrighty, that will be the official ending of the third episode of the Ogi Optics podcast. I did like this one. Honestly, I came into this podcast a little fired up because I feel like my first two have been okay, but I feel like I also haven't brought the energy with it. And now I I'm just excited. I'm pumped. I'm grateful to be in a place where I am today, and I'm happy that all the efforts that I've made have led me to a place to where I am today. I'm beyond grateful for every opportunity, and I'm excited to just keep growing because I have a vision, and upon that vision, this is just the start. So, as always, if you guys have any questions when it comes to real estate media, small business media, I am here to answer them. Please just do not be afraid to DM me. But from there, we will see you on the next episode, live episode next week, episode number 4. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. Do I know what the topic is yet? No. But you know what? That keeps it interesting. That keeps it exciting because I get to think about what next week's episode is going to be. But that'll be all for now. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you very much.